Hello everybody, welcome back to Juju and Football. Uh we missed game week 13. We're back for game week 14, and these are the game week 14 predictions. So let's go. Game week starts with Arsenal versus Wolves. I think that's going to be not very easy for Arsenal, but I think Arsenal will win that. They are playing, I should say, they are not creating as much as last year, and they are also not conceding chances as much as last year. So they are a better team, and I think Wolves will not be an easy team to play against. But I think Wolves will win this. I mean, Arsenal will win this. Come on, I think Arsenal will win this. So that's an Arsenal win. Next game will be Brentford versus Luton. So Luton is a team that plays with spirit. That's what I can say. As like right now, it's a team that plays with spirit. It's a team that can really give another team a hard game. They do not just bend over for teams. So one thing is, it's going to be a low scoring game, maybe 1-0, 2-0, or 2-1, something like that. I think most likely Brentford will win this, but it could be a draw. But I'll go with a Brentford win. They are at home, and I think they have much better quality players than Luton. So I think they'll win maybe by a goal to nil or 2-1, something like that. The next game is Nottingham Forest versus Everton. Last week, Everton lost to Manchester United. They are at the bottom of the league, but I think they'll get out of there. I think they'll be safe by the end of the season. But then Nottingham Forest are good at home, but they are a funny team. They concede a lot of goals. So I feel this would be a draw or an Everton win. I don't see Nottingham Forest winning this, despite the players that they have. They normally lose games late in the game. Like Nottingham Forest could score first, but I see Everton winning this, given that they have at least healthy players. They have their striker healthy, and they really have lots of energy. Against United, Everton should have scored at least 2 or 3 goals. I don't know how they didn't score, but I think they'll score in this game, and I'll give it to Everton to win. The next game will be Newcastle versus Manchester United. So we all know what's going on with Manchester United. They are really hard to watch of late. They create some good chances, but then they concede a lot of chances. If you look at the chances they're conceding and the shots they're conceding in the box, it's too much. Teams should be scoring like 5 against us. It's hard. It's funny that we've kept some clean sheets. We kept a clean sheet against Everton. They had like over 10 shots in our box. So I think United with Newcastle. I think Newcastle will if they get their chances, they'll be more clinical. They'll take their chances. So most likely it will be a Newcastle win. I hate to say this. We both have injuries, many injuries to both teams, but I think Newcastle have more legs than Manchester United, and I think they'll work harder. And St. James's Park is no good place to go at this time of the year, any time of the year anyway. But ever since they took over, it's a very difficult place to go and get a result from. Only one team has been able to win, I think, this season, if I'm not mistaken. I think Liverpool are the only team to win from there. So I think most likely it will be Newcastle win, but I am a Manchester United fan, so I'm going to go with a Manchester United win. That's what I'll go with, but most likely won't happen, because we don't score goals against good teams, and we concede a lot of chances. So 2 + 2 = 2-2. Next game, Bournemouth versus Aston Villa. Bournemouth are a good team. They play some good football, but I don't think they'll manage to get anything against Aston Villa. Aston Villa are a very good team, very organized. They score many goals, they create chances, and I think they'll win this by 2 goals. So difference of 2 goals, maybe 3-1, 4-1, 4-2, 4-2, or something like that, or 2-0. So Aston Villa to win this. Then we have Chelsea versus Brighton. So this would be a straightforward win for Brighton, but the only issue is Brighton have struggled when they come from European football back into the Premier League. They have really struggled, so they may struggle in this, but I don't see how Chelsea win this. That's another thing. So I would go with the. I think let me go with the draw, but I would think Brighton will win this, or maybe a low scoring game, maybe under 3.5 goals. But I think Brighton will win this, but I'll go with a draw. So that's a draw. Next game is a sure win for Liverpool. Liverpool versus Fulham. Liverpool are very, very good. They are playing very exciting football. Not the form of 2018, 2019, but they are a very good team. They're a very strong team. They have some easy fixtures coming up, and I think they're going to win this without a doubt. Fulham, good team, but ever since they lost Mitrovic, they are not as threatening in front. They create chances, but having Mitrovic was differential for them. Ever since he left, it's been different. So I think they'll lose this. So that's a Liverpool win. The next, West Ham versus Crystal Palace. West Ham, very funny team, the way they play. They almost lost the game last week. They scored, I think, in 80 plus minutes. That's when they got to score. So whoever had them to win the game, put some money on them, didn't have an easy game, an easy almost 1 hour and a half. So West Ham are not sure team. The way they play is not interesting. Then Crystal Palace are just getting other injuries again. They drew the game, I think, last week, so I think this will be another draw for them. They've managed to beat West Ham at home, at West Ham's home, a number of times in the past, let's say 3 seasons. So I think because they don't have all the players available to them, this will be a draw, but I would have given it to Crystal Palace to win. But this will be a draw, and maybe under 2.5 goals. I don't see goals in this game. And then the last game of the game week, which is very interesting, will be Manchester City versus Tottenham. So Tottenham, if they didn't have the injuries, I would say Tottenham could win this, because Tottenham have been Man City's kryptonite. They've just managed to win games against Manchester City, but I think it's going to be very different around this time. If Tottenham play the way they played against Wolves, against Chelsea, Man City is going to put, I think, 5 past them. That's what I think, unless something goes terribly wrong. But I see Man City winning this. Number of goals depends on how Tottenham play. If they play in a very offensive way, like they want to play, like Ange says, you don't need to change. The players don't matter. Let's see, how do the players not matter? Play the way you normally play against Man City, and you'll see. So I think if that happens, I think it will be a game with more than 4 goals. If he plays in a way that shows that he lacks the players he wants, I think it will still be a Man City win, but maybe 2-1 or 1-0, something like this, or 2-0. So number of goals depends on how Tottenham play, but it's a sure win for Manchester City, I believe. And that's 4 straight losses for Tottenham. Yep. Hope the English media isn't still jazzing about Ange. Alright, so those are the games for this week. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment. What are your predictions? Let's go.